guys, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Kian, and in today's video I want to show you my latest iRacing race, which was for me today. This was a really weird race, and yeah, I just want to get into the video. So let's go, let's watch the race. As you can see, I'm right here driving on the Mazda MX-5. This was my qualifying lap, and it was absolutely great. Yeah, just driving some laps, and I mean, this was not the perfect lap. Of course, you know, you never really have the perfect lap. It's always difficult to get that. But here in the final corner, it's Oulton Park, but without Britons. So it's the international circuit, but without the chicane section. But you guys will see that in a moment. And here into the final corner, main straight, I ended the qualification with a 147.9, which was good enough for pole position. P8 in overall, but P1 in my class. This is production sim lab, by the way. So there are 3 classes: Toyotas, BMWs, M4s, and of course the slowest class, the Mazda Cup, which is me. Here's the start of the race. Green light. As you can see, I was in the inside of all these Toyotas, but right there at the left side is P2 of the Mazda Cup. Right here I was just racing, and there at my left side is P2 of the Mazda Cup. I'm gonna call him Matthew because that's his name. And P2 Matthew is there driving very aggressive, as you can see. Some contact there as well, and I had to choose the right side, so I chose the outside of the Toyota. Coming up here for a very fast corner. This is normally only a lift, but I was braking here. And as you can see on my left side, there's P3. So I was from P1 to P3. As you can see, there's a BMW has crashed out. So I was P3 at this point. As you can see, 2 Mazdas in front of me. We have the slowest class. We had to be careful. But I was overtaking a Toyota here. I was very confused what happened there with him, because I overtook him out of nowhere. Coming up to the final corner, I just decided to make the move, and as you can see, pretty smoothly. And the 2 Mazdas still in front of me. We're fighting with each other. Here's some chaos, some dramatic moments. We were also fighting Toyotas next to fighting each other, and as you can see, I was just putting it at the right side here on the inside. Great overtake on a guy that was chasing me for the whole race, but I was always in front while he had the faster car. And here coming up for the straight, as you can see, we skipped that chicane section, and this is actually the first and only chicane we have, and there is another Toyota off the track. And here are 2 positions fighting for each other, so that was good for me because I had a bit of free space to drive my laps and be as fast as I could. So I was also gaining already, and they were making some mistakes. And as you can see right here, we are coming up for this right-hander. And I was pretty clean, but Matthew P2 was not very clean, and I actually got to overtake him right here. And as you can see, he actually topped his brakes, so it looked like he was very afraid to crash, so he really wanted me to be in front. I don't know what happened there. And right here, as you can see, the leader is making a mistake, and I got the first place, so I overtook 2 guys in 1 corner. A lap later, I drove my personal best at 147.5. This was my best lap on this track by far. Also the first time I'm driving this track with this layout with the Mazdas. And this BMW has the sim racing nightmare. As you can see, he's driving in the middle of a Toyota pack, and the BMWs are much faster. And this is the exact nightmare for sim racing. This is maybe the definition of the worst situation ever. He's in the middle of Toyotas. His car is much quicker than them. But as you can see right here, he's stuck. He can't get further, he can't get through the pack. He needs to brake here as well in any moment. Look, he's gonna brake right now, and he just really holds on his car, and that is so sad, honestly, and I can feel his pain. And then in the chicane it's getting even worse, because look at this, boom, his rear got a tap, and he's also going very wide, and this is maybe the worst situation you can get in a sim race. This was absolutely mad. I was right here getting overtaken also by a BMW, but he was holding in. And now I want you to look very carefully, because this is also a nightmare if you're driving in split class, but you're a slower car. You don't see it, but I was getting overtaken right here. This man had disappeared, the BMW on my right side. And right now I'm going through the fast section, taking the hard tennis, and there he is out of nowhere. And this was me losing so much time on P2. I had a gap of 3 seconds, and he could all make it good because this BMW was overtaking me. And right now I got overtaken by Matthew P2 again, which is now the leader, and I get to be on P2. And also P3 was not much time behind that. And as you can see right here, we are skipping to the part where I was actually overtaking him again, and he is braking very early again, which is very remarkable. And right here I was able to block my line, and he wasn't able to get past again. and I got the lead back as it should be, and I was back in P1. Now in the next situation, I was actually side to side with another Toyota, but as you can see, it was really strange. So this really shows the multi-class, that if you're not a fast driver but you're in a faster car, this really shows this type of multi-class, that you are able to stay in front, but in the corners we're going side to side a lot of times. And as you can see right here, I was getting overtaken pretty cleanly by a BMW. Now you can see this BMW, now you can see how fast they actually are compared to us. Right here, driving the chicane, and you can see these two cars are actually pulling away. This is Matthew, and he was also making a mistake. And this is a lap later, and this is the most remarkable moment of the race, the most funny moment. He gets hit by P3, and he goes straight onward. So when I was driving right in front of there, in the white car, P2 hit P3, P3 hit P2. And as you can see, P3 is there driving in front, which is now P2. And Matthew also goes off the track. P2 goes off the track, and he actually blames his whole race. And this is the weirdest moment. When I was driving, I was so confused. Now he is he's cutting half the track, and as you can see, I was passing him any moment. But this was such a confusing moment. Here I'm passing him, and I was like, how can you teleport to the other side of the track? But now the funny moment starts, because as you can see on the left side of Matthew, any moment, look, there's P2, and P2 overtakes him, the man that just hit his rear, and Matthew clearly uses him as his target. And this is not the most sportive way, but I was laughing out loud when I saw this back. But yeah, this is not really the most sportive way to do this. Yeah, this is his POV, and I was fighting these guys, but they got out of it. Final lap right here, and I was P1 with a gap of 20 seconds to the rest of the Mazdas, which was absolutely great. And here, the final corner, final straight, I was winning the race. It was P1 as it should be, and I think it was very worthy to show how absolutely crazy it is to just crash into each other without even bothering while I was actually fighting them. So that already shows how weird this can be. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you guys had to laugh as me in this crash now, but it's just unbelievable how unsportive some people can be, and I'm happy that I was not in this situation, because he could have taken me as well, which would be very weird, but you never know. So I'm happy that in real life racing this doesn't happen. In sim racing it does, and yeah, they both got a crash and I got a win, so that's good. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you next video. Yeah, goodbye. Ciao.